Capricorn, thanks for stopping by. This is your May 16th through the 31st reading. This is the fourth take. All right. We're just going to lay some cards out. And I don't know, there's something urgent for you, but they won't let me control it. If you need any information on the 200 new styles of rings that I added to my website, they're sterling. You can go, there's a link there, take you right to my ring page. They're arranged by size. There's also links to book a reading and to donate. So thank you for all you do for me. They just want me to, let's talk about the situation. Here we go. Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have, let me show you. Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Page of Wands. They want me to do it different, so. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. Three of Cups reversed. Two of Wands reversed. Empress reversed. Wow. Okay. So here we go. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. This is about not mastering one's life or one's job, one's occupation. Maybe feeling like you haven't mastered much at all. I'm just going to call this your story. It could be yours or somebody close to you, the opposite party, cross-watcher. Okay? So, Page of Wands. But I still want to do something. I don't want to give up. There's somebody here that wants to communicate something, something they may be excited about. Somebody is still inspired, even though they've had just a streak of this bad luck, man. Bad fate, bad karma. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Just, man, things have been turned upside down. Three of Cups. This is overindulgence. Third party. Could be gossip. Two of Wands. Taking the wrong path. Feeling like we didn't make the right decision here. Maybe not just here. Maybe in our lives in general. Then the Empress is reversed. This is a distorted feminine energy. Empress can be a Libra or a Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. This individual, this is feminine energy, but it could represent you also. Whether you're a man or woman. This is feeling like I can't create anything anymore. I just feel dependent. I feel uninspired. And it's like you, we were going to say it too, just hitting a brick wall. Bam, bam, bam. Nothing I do seems to work. Nothing you're not alone. Okay, that's one thing that we really want you to know is you're not alone. Okay. We don't want to focus too much on that because a lot of us are there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get some information from the angels and ancestors. This is a higher perspective of what we need to focus on to change our fate. To change maybe all of our fate. To change the energy in the collective. How big is a collective? It's pretty big. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Consider every thought, every action. It's really important because our thoughts create what we bring down into the 3D. So we do need to be careful with our thoughts and with our emotions, okay? The Shaolin Master, he's a master of his life. He's a master of himself. You see right here, it was not having mastery over our life, over our job, over our abundance, right? This is, what do I have to do to gain that mastery? It's like meditating to find out. Meditating whatever it is you're experiencing, how do I shift the energy? So how can we all shift the energy so we're not losing, so we're not being subjected to, so we can be more sovereign, okay? We can have our future based on our actions. Traveler, move in a new direction. So the traveler, this always reminds me of Sagittarius, So Sagittarius is finding out new things, finding out about the way other people think and the way how do other people become sovereign? And who do you know that has been able to be more master of their life and not just going from working from, like, if we were to go from working for a big company to having our own business where we weren't so affected by the economy, or it would help build the economy. The shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. What are your gifts? It's time to look and see what you have to offer besides just going and punching in on a clock. Because that is it's kind of like trading time for pay instead of trading skill or creating. Okay, that's trading time. We're talking about creating the life you want, not just trading time. Okay. When you're creating the life you want, you build in safeguards. So you have more options. Shapeshifter talks also about the different animals, that to look at a situation from different perspectives, to like, what's the eagle's eye view of the situation? What's the snake's view on the ground? Wolves, they can live in packs, but they're very social, but they can also be on their own. What gifts do you have so you can thrive in any economy or any time? And that makes sense because Capricorn is all about that, right? All about work. Okay. Well, it's about work, but there's something here about balance, about emotional balance, and about having faith in yourself too. Okay. And this is the kind of power that comes from quiet and knowing who you are, quietly planning and not needing to prove it to anybody else, but knowing that you have this, okay? And this is yours. And it doesn't need to be approved by anyone but you. So what does Capricorn need to know to help them to flip this energy? To come into their gifts, to come into a more sovereign life and work. So there is there's a strong vibration of how other people have done things, and to observe and to consider. Because I have Shaolin Master, so that's a different. It's a different. It's a different culture. I have the Traveler, which goes to other cultures all over the world, right? And then I have the Shapeshifter, which can be anything, any animal. So if you have like a spirit totem, the animal may come into play right now. If you know that you have an animal totem, or you have animals that you're seeing, all of a sudden a new animal keeps appearing, like a bird or something, okay? So it's about not doing things the same way anymore, because it is true though, because going out of Capricorn means that we're changing things, and into Sagittarius is the world traveler. That's where we've come from. So, very interesting. So, Four of Pentacles is, how do I protect myself? How do I protect my assets during this time of great change, right? It's, many of us are asking that question right now. We're in a very vulnerable place. Four of Swords reversed is, I was forced out of my job. You were maybe been forced out of your job, maybe been forced away from something, from people you love, from something that was secure, and your place of feeling insecurity. And so we're having to heal from that. And this is, could be also forced away from somebody, but I'm not seeing a lot of that here as somebody. It's more of like work. Excuse me. Ace of Cups reverse is, it feels like here that there's a lot of, there might be some self-blame. Like, if I had done things different, if I had picked another career, but sometimes we can't control all that. And this might be the point when we get to turn this around. Ace of Cups reverses, there's no love here. There's no, when we beat ourselves up and try to, and think of what we did wrong, we're not loving ourselves. And we really, it's hard to accept, like the divine love, kind of like the divine, you're okay, that your angels and ancestors or your higher self or God, Father Sky, can't hold you and let you know that you're safe when you're blaming yourself and when you're in, looking at what's wrong instead of how this might be creating something that's better. Sometimes when things are stripped completely, they can be rebuilt in a better way. I know it's not what we want to hear. It's not what we want to go through. But sometimes it just is, right? Okay, the next card is Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about a time of innocence. It's about a time of family, going back to maybe a reflection on what made us happy as children, what we like to do as children. Might be something that you can capitalize on. And right here, so here's an example. There's this person that he's bringing this water to, it looks like a little sister. And she has roses in a cup. And maybe they're trading. Maybe it's trading. Maybe it's old-fashioned having a market where local people come in and buy from you. Maybe that's something you always wanted to do. It's a simple life. It's an uncomplicated life. It's a simple, happy life where you deal with your neighbors and family. And it's being able to imagine going back to a simpler life when we were appreciated, right? When we were treated as individuals. But, so, justice reversed, this is no justice, Things not being fair. Yeah. It does feel like that, doesn't it? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. How can I bring justice when there's no justice? That's the question. How can I bring security when I'm in a place of insecurity? That's the question. I know. Two of Swords reversed. Well, maybe you wanted to make this change before. Maybe a lot of us wanted to make this change before. We're tired of working for a place that didn't treat us as an individual. And maybe the decision was made so we could make the change now. So we could make new decisions. Because there's nothing to lose. It's already gone, right? I know. But it is a better way of looking at the situation. And what do I want to build now? And it might be a good time to get started while you have time. Right? There's something about what you're being led to do. Just to allow yourself to be led, because there might be a place of peace where other ideas come in, and you might have some fun while you have time. And the fun might create something within itself, something that somebody needs. So I'm going to do a couple more cards. So it doesn't look like for now for you that there's a lot of movement that needs to happen. It's just some healing. It's coming to terms. There's this within. There's this thing about going within, and maybe reacquainting oneself with some past people. There might be, I don't know, family. Maybe start talking to family. What are they doing? How are they coping? Stuff like that. There's something about going back to innocence that's important here, Capricorn. Arise from the ashes of despair. This is the phoenix. When the phoenix rises from the ashes, everybody thought they were out. Everybody thought the phoenix was destroyed because, well, it was in the ashes. So it's a time to recreate oneself, one's life. And man, am I getting chills on that one. Whew. Arise from despair. This is a moment. It's a transition. It's a death and the rebirth. Shift happens. Stabilize your energy fields. Exactly. The Shaolin master knows how to stabilize his energy, body, mind, and soul. We are here right now where we're at. So what? Don't tell me so what. I know. Divine intervention. Why did this happen? Divine intervention. It's maybe because a lot of us wanted to change. And here it is. It's our opportunity to change. What are we going to do with it? One more card. Seek the simple symbols and decipher their meaning. So, I might have to read that one for you. Hang on a minute. That is Queen Khalifa. I apologize. It's taking me a minute. They're kind of listed weird in here. Okay. Okay, the subconscious mind will speak to you in its own language and symbols of archetypes. Take note of these keys in dreams and daily life, as they will be a catalyst to awaken ideas and realizations. Very nice. So they're saying right here to me as those are the animals that you might see. There's going to be directions that are going to be shown to you. And yeah, there's directions, new ways of thinking, culture, animals, archetypes, totems. Okay. So, this is Lemur. Yeah, let me just read the rest. In the far north of California, the granite pinnacles of Castle Crags rise up to the west of Mount Shasta. Even older than the mountain, these pinnacles contain glyphs of an ancient Lemurian culture. These symbols appeared long before Mongolian races that became the native people. Their stories tell of an older race of white tall ones that had taken refuge in a high place during the last deluge. The legend of Queen Khalifa, Empress of the Golden Isle, was a tale heard by the Spanish when they arrived, and hence named the land of golden poppies, California. Wow. Queen Khalifa, California, right? Queen Khalifa sits in a natural seat in a pyramid rock on which are very finely carved symbols of the sunken continent of Lemuria. So, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lemuria. Lemuria was supposed to be here. This is what the historians say, about the same time as Atlantis. Lemuria was the people that were highly intuitive, and in fact, they did not have to speak. And it was very spiritual and very beautiful place. Okay, they were infiltrated, and then their place was destroyed, and then the DNA of the people, the descendants, their DNA was reversed. So, okay, so this is symbols and light code your dreams, maybe unlocking information. So sometimes it's about tearing down. The phoenix that arises out of the ashes arrives. Like you may find that you're getting new skills, new insights, new dreams, new intuitive hits. Wow, this is really huge, Capricorn. Okay. I don't want to give you too much information to overload you, but it is a huge shift. Okay. Let me just get a couple more cards. This is not a mistake. It's not a mistake, whatever's happening. So the energy is asking you, they're kind of asking you to embrace this instead of rejecting it, instead of resisting, okay? Embracing, lean into it to gain the most benefit from it. I am kind. I am kind. Treating others with kindness, then others treat us with kindness. I am kind it's kind of like make sure that you're aware of how, if you're coming from a place of kindness and not frustration, okay? Gentle. I follow virtue, that you're being honor, you're walking in your honor and integrity. It's really important. And I'll do one more. I speak with sincerity. Speak with sincerity. It's coming back to who you really are. Tapping into who you really are. So if I clear the table of everything that's happened, clear the slate, coming back to who Capricorn is. Who are you, Capricorn? Without the loss, without money, without... Who are you? Who was the child, Capricorn? Going right back down, okay? And then rebuilding. Out of the ashes. Better than ever. Wow. Anyway, I hope that helped. You're not the only one going through this, Capricorn. You're in good company. I love you. Take care.